Picture this: Joyce sat at her kitchen table one Tuesday morning, staring at her weekly pill organizer. At 69, the retired receptionist from Virginia had more medications than she could remember taking in her entire 40s. Her knees ached. Her energy felt like it belonged to someone else. And that morning, she asked herself a question, that changed everything. What if the answer isn't in this pill box? What if it's already sitting in my kitchen? Have you ever wondered if the foods you eat every single day could be quietly aging you faster or protecting you from the inside out? According to Harvard School of Public Health, the right nutrients can literally slow how your cells age. Not through expensive treatments or trendy supplements, but through real, everyday foods that science has proven work. Welcome back to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for health wisdom designed specifically for adults over 60. Today, we're exploring 9 powerful anti-aging foods backed by real research. Foods that may help your heart stay strong, your brain stay sharp, your joints stay flexible, and your mood stay bright. Think of this not as a diet plan, but as a daily act of kindness toward the person you'll be tomorrow, next month, and 10 years from now, if living healthier every day matters to you and staying independent, active, and clear-minded sounds like a goal worth pursuing, then hit that subscribe button right now. Because what we share today could become the foundation of how you feel for years to come. Let's talk about what really happens after 60. Not the surface stuff like gray hair or laugh lines, but what's happening deep inside your body, in places you can't see. Aging isn't just about getting older, it's about how your cells, tissues, and systems adapt or struggle to adapt over time. After 60, your body naturally slows down its repair processes. Your skin renews itself more slowly. Your muscles lose tone a little faster. Your immune system isn't as quick to fight off infections. Your digestion becomes more sensitive, and inflammation, the hidden fire inside your body, starts to build up in ways that increase your risk for heart disease, arthritis, memory loss, and fatigue. But here's the hopeful truth that researchers at the National Institute on Aging want you to know: nutrition can change how you age from the inside out. Studies published by institutions like Harvard, the Mayo Clinic, and the NIH have shown that diets rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and polyphenols can reduce inflammation, protect memory, support heart health, and even lengthen the protective caps on your DNA and called telomeres, which scientists believe are linked to longevity. Think of it this way: if your body were a house, aging would be like the natural wear and tear on the foundation, walls, and roof. You can't stop time from passing, but you can absolutely choose the materials that keep your house strong, weather-resistant, and livable for decades longer than expected. The right foods don't just add years to your life. They add life to your years, the energy to garden, the clarity to remember your grandchildren's stories, the strength to walk without pain, and the confidence to wake up feeling like yourself. That's why it's worth knowing which everyday choices quietly build resilience, one meal, one bite, one kind decision at a time before we CK your kitchen with the good stuff. Let's clear out the habits that work against healthy aging. Think of this not as punishment, but as making space, creating room for foods that truly serve your body's needs. Let's start with processed sugars and high fructose corn syrup. Sugar isn't just about cavities or weight gain anymore. When you eat too much sugar, it creates something called advanced glycation end products, or GES. These are sticky compounds that literally glue themselves to proteins in your skin, joints, and blood vessels, making them stiff, brittle, and less flexible. Over time, this sugar rust accelerates visible aging and makes you feel older than you are. Your knees feel stiffer. Your skin loses its glow. Your energy crashes after meals. Here's a real example. A 68-year-old man named Charles used to drink 2 sodas a day and snack on cookies most afternoons. After his doctor warned him about prediabetes, he cut sugar down to almost zero. Within 3 months, he said, his joint pain improved noticeably and he stopped needing afternoon naps. Now let's talk about refined carbohydrates and white bread. White bread, pastries, and instant rice might taste comforting, but they spike your blood sugar fast, which triggers a surge of insulin. Over time, repeated insulin spikes promote inflammation and accelerate cellular aging. Studies in the Journal of Nutrition have linked high refined carb intake to faster cognitive decline in older adults. What to watch for if you feel sleepy or foggy an hour after eating bread or pasta? That's a sign your blood sugar spiked and crashed. Next, excess saturated fats and fried foods. Not all fat is bad. Your brain and heart actually need healthy fats, but the kind used in deep-fried foods and heavily processed snacks often contains trans fats, which harm both heart and brain health. The American Heart Association warns that trans fats raise bad cholesterol, LDL, and lower good cholesterol, HDL, increasing your risk of stroke and heart disease. Here's Linda's story. A 69-year-old from Georgia, she used to love fried chicken from her favorite diner twice a week. After her cholesterol spiked, she switched to baked chicken with olive oil and herbs. 6 months later, her cholesterol dropped 40 points, and she said the baked version tasted even better once she got used to it. Now, about alcohol. A small glass of red wine can fit into some heart-healthy diets, but too much alcohol accelerates dehydration, harms liver function, disrupts sleep, and can damage brain cells over time. The National Institute on Aging notes that alcohol affects older adults more strongly because our bodies process it more slowly as we age. Here's the guideline. If you drink, limit it to 1 drink per day for women, to for men, and consider alcohol-free days each week. Finally, skipping meals or eating irregularly. When you skip meals, your body goes into stress mode. Your metabolism slows, your blood sugar becomes unstable. And over time, irregular eating can lead to muscle loss, fatigue, and nutrient deficiencies. A better approach is to eat balanced meals at regular times. Your body thrives on rhythm and consistency. Think of these foods not as restrictions, but as space makers, clearing room in your diet and your life for better, more supportive choices that actually make you feel good. Have you been eating any of these regularly? If so, don't worry, you're not alone, and the good news is, every single meal is a chance to start fresh. Now let's walk through the 9 foods that science says can truly make a difference. Not just for how long you live, but for how well you live. First up, blueberries, the brain's best friend. Tiny but mighty, blueberries are packed with anthocyanins, the deep blue pigments that give them their color. But these aren't just for looks. Studies from the National Institute on Aging found that anthocyanins help protect brain cells from oxidative stress and may delay memory decline. Why it works: anthocyanins cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce inflammation in areas tied to memory and learning. How to use them: add a half cup to your morning oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothie. Fresh or frozen both work. Frozen berries often retain nutrients just as well. A 2021 review in the journal Nutritional Neuroscience found that older adults who ate blueberries daily for 12 weeks showed improvements in memory tests. Safety note: blueberries are generally safe for everyone. Even if you're on blood thinners, just mention it to your doctor if you eat them in very large amounts daily. Your brain will thank you. Bear 2. Leafy greens, the natural youth shield. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and collard greens are loaded with vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene. Nutrients that work together to slow cognitive decline and support bone health. Why it works: vitamin K supports brain cell communication. Lutein protects your eyes and brain from oxidative damage. Folate helps your body produce new cells and repair DNA. How to use them: aim for at least 1 cup of leafy greens daily. Steam them lightly to preserve nutrients. Toss them into soups or blend them into smoothies if you don't love taste. A large study published in Neurology in 2018 found that seniors who ate 1 serving of leafy greens per day had brains that functioned as if they were 11 years younger than those who rarely ate greens. Here's Nancy's story. A 68-year-old retired hairdresser, she started adding spinach to her morning eggs. After 2 months, she said she felt more alert during her morning walks and stopped forgetting where she put her keys. Even 1 cup a day can make a measurable difference. 3. Fatty fish nourish your mind and heart. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, and trout are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA and EPA, which are critical for brain function, heart health, and reducing inflammation throughout your body. Why it works: omega-3s keep your brain cell membranes flexible, improve communication between neurons, and reduce inflammation that leads to heart disease and cognitive decline. How to use them: aim for 2 servings of fatty fish per week, about 3 to 4 ounces per serving. Bake, grill, or poach. Avoid deep frying, which destroys the healthy fats. According to Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health, people who eat fatty fish regularly have a 30% lower risk of heart disease and may live longer overall. Not a fan of fish? Try chia seeds, flax seeds, or walnuts for plant-based omega-3s, though they're less potent than fish. Safety note: if you're on blood thinners, talk to your doctor about how much fish is safe for you. 4. Nuts and seeds, small packages of big protection. Almonds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds are powerhouses of healthy fats, vitamin E, magnesium, and zinc. Why it works: vitamin E protects your cells from oxidative damage. Magnesium supports muscle and nerve function. Healthy fats keep your skin hydrated and your heart strong. How to use them: 1 small handful per day, about a 1/4 cup, is ideal. Choose raw or lightly roasted with minimal salt. The New England Journal of Medicine found that people who ate nuts daily had a 20% lower risk of dying from heart disease. Here's Richard's story. A 71-year-old from Colorado. He replaced his afternoon chips with a handful of almonds. After 3 weeks, he said his energy stayed more stable and he stopped craving sugar. In the evening, caution: if you have diverticulitis or trouble chewing, talk to your doctor about crushed or ground versions. 5. Olive oil, the liquid gold of longevity. Extra virgin olive oil isn't just a Mediterranean tradition. It's one of the strongest anti-aging foods known to science. Why it works. It's rich in monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants called polyphenols, which reduce inflammation, support healthy cholesterol levels, and protect your blood vessels. How to use it? Use extra virgin olive oil as your main cooking oil for low to medium heat. Drizzle it on salads, vegetables, or whole grain bread instead of butter. The famous Pradine study in Spain showed that older adults who followed a Mediterranean diet with extra virgin olive oil had a 30% lower risk of heart attacks and strokes. Daily amount: about 2 tablespoons per day is ideal. Tip: look for dark glass bottles and labels that say extra virgin and cold pressed. These retain the most antioxidants. Number 6. Green tea. Calm energy, deep protection. Green tea contains catechins, plant compounds that protect your DNA, fight inflammation, and may slow aging at the cellular level. Why it works. The main catechin, EGCG, has been shown to protect brain cells, improve blood vessel function, and support fat metabolism. How to use it? Brew 1 to 3 cups daily. Steep for 3 to 5 minutes in water that's hot but not boiling, around 175 degrees Fahrenheit, to preserve the delicate compounds. Research from Japan found that people who drank green tea daily had significantly lower rates of cognitive decline and cardiovascular disease as they aged. Here's Karen's story. A 67-year-old from Missouri, she swapped her second cup of coffee for green tea. She said it gave her calm, steady energy without the jitters, and she slept better at night. Caution: green tea contains some caffeine. If you're sensitive, choose decaf or drink it before 2 p.m. Number 7. Avocados, the skin and joint healer. Avocados provide healthy monounsaturated fats, potassium, fiber, and antioxidants like lutein, all of which support collagen production, joint health, and nutrient absorption. Why it works. The fats in avocados help your body absorb fat soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K from other foods. Potassium supports blood pressure regulation. How to use them? Add a few slices to whole grain toast, salads, or scrambled eggs. About half an avocado per day is a good amount. The American Heart Association notes that replacing saturated fats with avocado can improve cholesterol levels and reduce heart disease risk. Here's Susan's story. A 7-year-old from Washington. She started eating a quarter of an avocado with lunch. After 6 weeks, she said her skin felt less dry and her knee stiffness eased slightly. Your joints and skin will quietly thank you over time. Number 8. Turmeric, the golden spice of renewal. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. The tea have been studied for joint health, brain protection, and immune support. Why it works. Curcumin reduces inflammation at the molecular level and may help protect neurons from age-related damage. How to use it? Add a quarter to half teaspoon to soups, scrambled eggs, smoothies, or warm milk. To boost absorption, always pair turmeric with black pepper and a source of fat like olive oil or coconut milk. Mayo Clinic reviews note that curcumin may help ease joint discomfort and support cognitive health, though results vary by individual. Here's Donald's story. A 70-year-old former factory worker, he added turmeric to his evening soup. After a month, he said his morning stiffness felt less intense. Caution: if you're on blood thinners or have gallbladder issues, check with your doctor first. And number 9. Dark chocolate, the joyful antioxidant. Good news. A little chocolate can actually be good for you. Cocoa is rich in flavonols, which improve blood flow to your heart and brain and may lift your mood. Why it works. Flavonols help your blood vessels stay flexible, which supports circulation and oxygen delivery to your brain. How to use it. Choose dark chocolate with 70% cocoa or higher. Enjoy about 1 ounce per day. That's roughly 3 small squares. Research published in Heart Journal found that moderate dark chocolate consumption was linked to lower risk of heart disease. Here's Barbara's story. A 67-year-old from New York, she used to eat milk chocolate bars every night. When she switched to 1 square of 85% dark chocolate, she said it satisfied her sweet tooth and helped her feel less guilty about dessert. It's a simple pleasure that nourishes both body and spirit. Now, let me share some quick wins you can start today. Add 1 color food per meal: berries at breakfast, greens at lunch, turmeric at dinner. Swap butter for olive oil when cooking or dressing. Vegetables, snack on a small handful of nuts instead of chips or crackers. Replace 1 sugary drink per day with green tea or water with lemon. And your meal with 1 square of dark chocolate instead of pastries or cookies. Small, joyful choices like these add up to big changes over weeks and months. Let me share a practical guide to help you make better food choices when you're facing processed sugars and sodas that create a GES and stiffen your joints and skin. Choose blueberries and dark chocolate instead. These protect your brain and reduce inflammation when you encounter fried and processed foods with trans fats that harm your heart and brain. Reach for olive oil, fatty fish, and avocado. They support your heart and improve cholesterol. When you see refined carbs like white bread that spike blood sugar and accelerate aging, opt for leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. They stabilize energy and sharpen memory. When excess alcohol threatens to dehydrate and damage your liver and brain, try green tea or water with lemon. They calm your mind and protect your cells. And when you're tempted to skip meals, which slows metabolism and causes fatigue, commit to balanced meals with healthy fats. They maintain your energy and preserve muscle. Here's how to build this into your daily routine. In the morning, start your day with a bowl of oatmeal topped with half a cup of blueberries, a sprinkle of walnuts, and a drizzle of honey. Pair it with 1 cup of green tea instead of coffee. At lunch, build a salad with 2 cups of leafy greens like spinach or kale, a few slices of avocado, grilled salmon or sardines, and a dressing made from extra virgin olive oil, lemon juice, and black pepper. In the evening, cook your dinner vegetables in olive oil and add a pinch of turmeric with black pepper. Enjoy a palm-sized portion of fatty fish or a plant-based protein with whole grains. As a bonus, end your evening with 1 square of 70% dark chocolate and a handful of almonds as a satisfying, guilt-free treat. Quick tip: keep a small container of mixed nuts and seeds in your bag for emergency snacks so you're never tempted by vending machine chips or pastries. Save this information, print it out, share it with someone you care about. And remember, every single meal is a chance to choose foods that truly support the life you want to live. Let me tell you what happened to Joyce after that Tuesday morning at her kitchen table. She didn't overhaul her entire life overnight. She didn't throw out every food in her pantry or sign up for an expensive meal plan. She just made one small change. She added blueberries to her oatmeal and swapped her cooking oil to extra virgin olive oil. 3 weeks later, she noticed her afternoon Energy felt steadier. 2 months later, her knees didn't ache as much when she walked to the mailbox. 6 months later, her doctor said her cholesterol had improved and Joyce felt proud of herself. In a way she hadn't in years. You deserve to feel that way too. You deserve to wake up with energy. You deserve to move without pain. You deserve to feel strong, capable, and confident in the body that's carried you through so much life already. Here's my challenge for you. Pick just one food from today's list, just one, and add it to your routine this week. Maybe it's a handful of walnuts after lunch. Maybe it's a cup of green tea in the afternoon. Maybe it's swapping butter for olive oil when you cook dinner tonight. Start small. Start simple. Start today. And if this video gave you even one idea for your next grocery trip, I'd love for you to hit that like button, share this with a friend or family member who needs it, and subscribe to Senior Health Facts so you don't miss our next episode. We post every week with practical, science-backed health advice designed specifically for adults over 60. You can also check the description below for a printable summary chart of today's 9 foods so you can keep it on your fridge or share it with someone you care about. And as always, please talk with your doctor before making major dietary changes, especially if you're managing chronic conditions or taking medications. They know your personal health history best and can guide you on what's right for your specific situation. Ready to feel better? Let's do this together. Now let me answer some of the most common questions people ask. Many wonder, can these foods really slow aging? They can't stop aging completely. No food can. But research shows they may slow some of aging's biological effects by reducing inflammation, protecting cells from oxidative stress, and supporting healthy organ function. Think of it as giving your body the best tools to repair and maintain itself. People often ask, do I need to take supplements too, or is food enough? Food should always come first. Whole foods contain combinations of nutrients that work together in ways supplements can't replicate. That said, if you're low in specific nutrients like vitamin D or B12, your doctor may recommend a supplement. It's best to ask your doctor to test your levels before adding anything new. Another common question is, how soon will I feel results? Most people notice subtle changes like better digestion, steadier energy, or improved skin tone within 2 to 4 weeks. But the real cellular benefits, like reduced inflammation and better heart health, build over months and years. This is about long-term consistency, not quick fixes. People wonder, is olive oil really safe for cooking? Yes, especially extra virgin olive oil. It's stable for low to medium heat cooking and actually adds beneficial antioxidants to your food. Just avoid heating it until it smokes, which can damage the nutrients. Some ask, can I eat these foods every day? Yes, most of them can be part of a balanced daily diet. Just practice moderation, especially with nuts, which are high in calories, and dark chocolate, which contains some sugar. A quarter cup of nuts and 1 ounce of chocolate per day is a good guideline. What about people with diabetes or high blood pressure? Many of these foods, like leafy greens, fatty fish, and olive oil, are actually beneficial for managing blood sugar and blood pressure, but portion control matters, and some foods like avocados are calorie-dense. Discuss your specific diet with your doctor to create a plan that fits your health needs and medications. Do frozen fruits and vegetables still work? Absolutely. Frozen produce is often picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, which preserves most of the Nutrients, just choose options without added sugar, salt, or sauces. Frozen blueberries and spinach are just as nutritious as fresh. What if I don't like the taste of some of these foods? That's completely normal. Start with the ones you enjoy and experiment with recipes that make the others more appealing. For example, blend spinach into a fruit smoothie. You won't taste it. Add turmeric to scrambled eggs with pepper and cheese. Or mix walnuts into oatmeal with honey. Are there any foods I should avoid combining? Most whole foods work well together. Just be mindful if you rely on blood thinners. Foods high in vitamin K, like leafy greens, and omega-3s like fish can interact with your medication. Always tell your doctor what you're eating regularly so they can and adjust your dosage if needed. And finally, can I still eat my favorite comfort foods? Of course. This isn't about restriction or perfection. It's about balance. Enjoy your favorite foods in moderation and focus on adding more of these 9 anti-aging foods to your routine. Over time, you'll naturally crowd out less healthy choices simply because you're filling up on better options. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something very important. Everything we've shared today is for educational purposes only. It's designed to help you make informed choices about your health and give you ideas to discuss with your healthcare team. I always encourage you to work closely with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet, especially if you have chronic health conditions, take medications, or have food allergies. Your doctor knows your personal health history best. They understand your medications, your lab results, and your unique medical needs. They're your best partner in creating a nutrition plan that's safe and effective for you. What worked beautifully for Joyce, Nancy, and Richard might need small adjustments for your situation, and that's okay. Health isn't one size fits all. It's personal, and it should be guided by professionals who know you. So please take this information as a starting point for a conversation with your healthcare team, not as medical advice or a replacement for professional care. Every person is unique. Every body is different. And the goal isn't perfection. It's progress, consistency, and care for the body that carries you through this beautiful life. Take care of yourself. Treat yourself with kindness. And I'll see you in the next video.